Hey you guys, you know I don't use Ravel cord, but you guys do. So what I wanted to do is show you how to cast on using Ravel cord, and there's two videos, one with every other needle and one with all the needles. So check it out and see if it's helpful if you need to cast on with Ravel cord. Okay, it has been requested that I show you how to start a project if you want to use Ravel cord. Now we are going to cast on for ribbing, so I'm casting on to every other needle. Okay, and I want to knit one row of Ravel cord. And I want to stop right here. Okay, it's very important that you get the loops of your setup bonnet on every other needle. So there is a loop on every other needle. Now, I'm going to come around here. I didn't get one on this loop, so we'll have to manually knit him, which is no big deal. Just lean it out. Put that over the Ravel cord. Okay. Now I want the Ravel cord to stop on this needle right here. So I'm going to pull my Ravel cord through. So I'm starting on the first needle, stopping on the last needle. Now I'm going to get my waste yarn. I'm going to knit a few rows of waste yarn. Okay, and I want to start knitting my waste yarn right here. Oopsie. Okay, now let's cut our waste yarn. Now, according to Roz, the best way to remove the Ravel cord is to go on the other side, not where it started, and pull your Ravel cord out. Then your project comes right away. All right, now I've got all my needles in, and I'm going to cast on with Ravel cord as if to make a heel tab no-show sock. Everybody's favorite. Now, I am pretty sure that this setup bonnet is not a 64 cylinder, which is the cylinder I have in this machine. But I have to put a loop on every other needle. So I'm going to have to cheat when we get to the end. See that one that's kind of stretched out? I'll just use that one. Okay, now you know that you can't get it all cast on at one time. So I'm going to bring my Ravel cord in. Thread it through the yarn carrier and the yarn, well, the yarn guide is up top and this is the yarn carrier. Now, we're not going to start our Ravel cord right here, okay? We're starting our Ravel cord on this first knitted needle. Okay, so let's get that tail tucked down in there and finish hanging our loops on the setup bonnet. Now remember, I said I don't believe that this is, oops, I forgot some needles. Of course I did. Okay, so I can finish making sure that I have a loop on every other needle. And there's one right there that I need to borrow a loop for because this setup on it is not the right one. So I have one on every other needle. Now I'm going to stop. I started on this first needle right here. I'm going to stop with the Ravel cord right there on that needle that just fell down in there. Pull my Ravel cord in. Then I want to start with my waste yarn. I'm going to start on this first needle that I used the Ravel cord for. Now, that is how you cast on with Ravel cord. You can see over here that I had one stitch on 2 needles, but it's going to repair itself. Oh, got one over here too, but it's not going to repair itself, so I'm going to put a bar up there. And now I have cast on with all of the needles using Ravel cord. Okay, let's cut our waste yarn. And it's no good unless we take the Ravel cord away from the project. So I'm just going to go over here on the opposite side of where I started the Ravel cord. And I'm going to pull the Ravel cord out. You can pull it one leg out or both legs out. And my project magically did not come loose. That was where I had that problem. So I would just have to snip that right there, but that would be the only one.